It's confirmed. The Chicago Bears are legit after destroying the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the jokes about Ben Johnson are gone. I can remember all the preseason jokes about Ben Johnson to have a bad year and a whole nine, but clearly that is not the case. Chicago is running the NFC North right now and also are in position to get home field through the playoffs if they continue to play like this, right? Since Ben Johnson's been with the Bears, they have vastly improved. The offense looks much better. Caleb Williams is evolving as a quarterback. And they rushed for 289 yards on that Philadelphia Eagles defense today. 281 yards. And you know what's funny about the whole situation? It seems like the running game left with Ben Johnson. See, nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is this. Maybe we kept the wrong coach. We'll talk about that in another video. But with each week is passing, the Chicago Bears is looking like the Detroit Lions from last year, except they got a dynamic quarterback in Caleb Williams. Now, there's a few reasons why the Detroit Lions are where they are. And I picked them to go 10-7 this year, and this is one of the reasons. One of the reasons is Zeitler's gone and Ragnoff was gone. He came back now, but he was gone. That's part of your offensive line that made it one of the top offensive lines in the league. And I think Frank Ragnoff came back a little too late. And there's blame to go around. Some of these content creators are very partial. Shout out to Lions Talk Live. Coach Dan is awesome. The Spirit of Detroit podcast, that's an awesome podcast. And I cannot forget about the Den 313. Those are the best podcasters for Detroit Lions football. And believe me, I listen to a lot of them, but to me, a lot of them are just fanboys. They have allegiance to certain players. They won't call it how it is. And another problem is this. Aiden Hutchinson is a good pass rusher, but I don't have him in my top 5. I got Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, TJ Watt, Max Crosby, Hendrickson. I got all those guys ahead of him. So right now, he's not in the top 5. It could change in a couple of years, but right now he's not in the top 5. Especially if you look at a Myles Garrett, right? No one ever said to Myles Garrett he needs help. Myles Garrett always impact the game. His offense is not really that good, but he always impacts the game, never disappears. You always know Myles Garrett's there. Aiden Hutchinson disappears. Sometimes I forget he's even playing in the game. But these guys won't mention that because, like I said, they have alliance to certain players. Aiden Hutchinson disappears in big games sometimes. But another excuse will be this. Well, Aiden Hutchinson is triple and double team. We don't think Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons is triple and double team, but some way or somehow they get sacks. They get the job done, but Aiden Hutchinson can't. And you can't use that injury thing because the first 5 games he's playing well, y'all said he's back 100%. I don't want to hear about the injuries right now. By the way, I think Lions fans, the majority of them are spoiled for no reason. You haven't won anything. You had 2 or 3 good seasons, and now you think y'all won multiple Super Bowl championships. Like the Chiefs, like the Patriots. You don't have it like that. And another reason why I thought the Lions would struggle a little bit is because you got 2 new coordinators. How many teams you know got 2 new coordinators, especially if you have one of the best offensive coordinators in the league leave you? You're not going to run smoothly the next year with a new coordinator. Morton is not Ben Johnson. I don't know why y'all thought he was. Y'all didn't think y'all was going to miss a beat just because you have the same players. You have the same players, but a different scheme. His offense doesn't look nothing like Ben Johnson's offense. And I'm real sorry for your Lion fans they told you that lie. Morton is nothing like Ben Johnson. And you see how the Bears offense looked. It looked just like ours did last year and a year before. What a coincidence, right? What a coincidence. But they got a young quarterback in Caleb Williams. Dynamic, can scramble, and has a rocket arm. But to me, the biggest reason why the Lions are where they are is Dan Campbell. No one wants to say it. That's one of the elephants in the room. I hear content creators kissing his butt. They don't want to say it. But the biggest reason is him. Brad Holmes don't coach the team. Dan Campbell keeps going for it on 4th down. He's the reason why we're not in the Super Bowl in 2023. And you know what makes the defense real bad? is his play calling on fourth down. He puts the defense in bad situations, okay? Especially now when you know the offensive line is not as good as it was last year and the year before. So why would you roll the dice? Either kick the field goal or punt it away, make them go 80 yards to get a touchdown instead of 50 or 40. Make it make sense. But me, that's the reason why the Lions are losing. Dan Campbell puts them in bad situations. The defense is not as bad as people think it is, but when you put them in that situation that Dan Campbell puts them in, it makes them look worse. But let me make a correction. The Lions' running game is good this year. Not as good as it was last year. But Chicago Bears' running game, to me, looked better, especially today. If you know, you know. Leave your thoughts and comments below. I'm gone.